thing that was nice, because to keep it above...
Gold is one of the softest and most malleable of the metals. It comes from lode deposits, also called vein deposits, concentrations of gold and other metals in the cracks of rocks. Lode deposits require hard rock mining, the process of removing gold-bearing rock, called ore, by drilling and blasting. Miners descend more than half a kilometre underground.
We looking like druggies digging through the earth for items.
There they drill holes for explosives using what's called a long hole air drill.
So y'all explode off fireworks in the fucking earth and hurt her.
They drill in a specific pattern, set out in a plan prepared by the mine's engineers. The engineers know exactly where those veins of gold are, thanks to the mining company's geologists who've studied the ore samples. The company collects these samples by drilling deep into the rock at 15-metre intervals. These diamond drill cores, as they're called,
You seen that? Yeah, I seen that.
are up to 100 metres long and measure 3.5 centimetres in diameter. Gold in its natural state isn't pure. It's usually intertwined with silver or other metals. So the mined ore has to be processed afterward to isolate and extract the gold. A metric ton of ore yields only about 6.5 grams of gold.
See why it's so fucking expensive?
After blasting the rock apart with explosives,
They do all this for a fucking slavery chain.
miners use what's called a muck machine to transfer the ore to cars headed to the main shaft and then above ground to the mill. There, a crusher reduces the large chunks into smaller rocks the size of
I hope y'all don't think this is how it's going down right now. They got way more advanced ways of doing this.
gravel. A mill then pulverizes them to the texture of beach sand. The factory adds a water and cyanide solution.
Like I said, they don't even need you niggas. Cyanide, that's fucking dangerous.
Reduces the large chunks into smaller rocks the size of gravel. A mill then pulverizes them to the texture of beach sand. The factory adds a water and cyanide.
Pulverized it to beach sand. 222 down there at the bottom for y'all. And it's definitely about to be 13 up in the orange. I hope y'all doing good. Share the channel. A lot of love coming through. Share the channel. You already know. Shout out Sutton Kelly. Shout out Roma One. Let's get it.
Cyanide solution. Then another mill grinds it further into a mud-like pulp. This pulp flows into large settling tanks. The wet solids, being heavier, sink to the bottom. The water at the top drains to another area. Workers transfer the wet solids to an agitation tank and blow in air. The oxygen sets off a chemical reaction between the cyanide and the gold trapped in the ore, triggering the gold to dissolve and leach into the surrounding water. Drum filters then separate the water from the
A
solid.
lot of things gotta be done just to get this shit.
This water now joins the water that was separated earlier. Zinc powder is added to solidify the dissolved gold.
It ain't like they just got the product. They gotta go into the earth to get it first. See how that shit work?
To smelt into bars, a chemical cocktail needs to be prepared. Manganese dioxide, fluoride, silica flour, borax,
You see that? Anything with racks at the end is fucking poison. Anything with racks at the end.
powder is added to solidify the
You see how every fucking thing got some type of powder in it? Wow.
dissolved gold.
Come on.
To smelt into bars, a chemical cocktail needs to be prepared. Manganese dioxide, fluoride,
This nigga, he think he Bobby Smurder. He said to smelt. He said to smelt it in the bars.
silica flour, borax, and
That borax look like some fucking shit that's gonna lay your ass on a fucking floor.
sodium nitrate. This mix, called flux, will separate the gold from the impurities. It's poured into the smelter whose temperature
You really think it's separating the gold from the impurities? That's not the only thing it's doing.
is at 1,600
It's putting the impurities into the fucking gold. Are you fucking kidding me? You really thought you could just use language and slide that through?
degrees Celsius.
Stupid ass. Yeah, that's what we did to him. Look at that fire, y'all. We flamed him up.
Temperature is at 1,600 degrees Celsius. The smelter is rotated so that the contents heat evenly. Over 2.5 hours, the heavier gold eventually sinks to the bottom, while the impurities called slag float to the surface. The slag is poured out. A sample is taken to ensure it contains no gold. If it does, it goes back in until it's gold-free.
Wow, see, that's how I'm telling y'all. It's a little...
By now, the gold has cooled slightly, so they reheat to 1,600
They gotta deal with it while it's liquid.
degrees Celsius, then cast it into bar-shaped molds. The gold
That's just the best way and comfortable way to have them in the bar shape.
takes about 4 minutes to solidify, then another hour to cool completely in a basin of cold water. The gold bars are extracted from the molds and cleaned of any slag residue.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. When you get real rich and you start making your own bars of like gold, silver, copper, and you print your fucking initials on it, that's how you know you got money. Okay? That's when you got bread.
Gold bars are also called ingots. At this stage, the
Ingots.
gold bars are extracted from the molds and cleaned of any slag residue. Gold bars are also called ingots. At this stage, the gold is 80% pure. The mint will then refine the gold
And it's still not even pure yet.
to 99.9% purity. The international
99% non-pure.
gold bars are also called ingots. At this stage, the gold is 80% pure.
See how everything goes on a scale?
The mint will then refine the gold to 99.9%
Because that's the universe's way of what it is and how much it costs.
purity. The international gold.
Depending on the vibration frequency that it's on, because it could be a food, it could be a tool, it could be anything.
Gold standard.